Hello, Reagan here. So finally on the final video of Cathy's flower house. I know it took me a while, but I finally got it edited and uploaded. Ta-da! Yay! So yes, this is part 3 of 3 of the Cathy's flower house build. I'm starting off right here with the windows. The greenhouse portion, the actual, that part. At first I was like, it's a little flimsy, it's just some plastic sheeting or whatever, but actually this stuff is pretty tough, and it withstood me, heavy-handing the crap out of it to get it into shape, into place, so yay. It's actually made really well, and can withstand a pretty reasonable amount of force. So it's good. Came together pretty easily, and I'm really glad I went with this color instead of the kit color. The kit color, like I said, was kind of an off-white. I like this much better. So, yay. So, I did finish the next kit that I'm going to be uploading a video on. And then I also went back and did some kit bashing on one of my little huts that I made. So I'll have that coming up for you soon. And really pushing toward a weekly upload. We're getting there. I'm trying. But just, the thing is, like, getting it edited, getting it recorded, getting it done, working on the kids, that's no problem. Getting it edited, that's fine. But getting the voiceovers done, sometimes is like takes a while. Takes a minute. It takes time to get the mindset to get it done quiet enough for him to do it in, and at least the rough cut done on the video, first or whatever. So yeah, but I'm getting there. Getting more in the habit of doing these things, and it's getting better. So I will say, with these, learn from my mistakes. Make sure you square this stuff up really well. I kind of just glued and went with that, and I should have test fit stuff a little bit better. Maybe got out some Quake wax or tacky, blue tack or whatever, and kind of test fit things a little bit better. It wasn't too bad, but my the front when the doorway goes, tiny bit off. Nothing not too crazy, but that failing perfectionist in me went, just put it on the shelf and don't even finish it. But I stuck with it. I persevered, despite my little oopsie of not quite lining things up the way that I should have. But it turned out fine. It's fine. It's fine, just fine. And as you can see, I tried so hard to hold off peeling all of the stuff off of the protective film off of it. I won't do that again. I would have been better off to throw on some nitrile gloves or whatever, or some cotton gloves. I have some of those too that I use for handling photographs. I should have just did that. I should have just put some gloves on and handled it that way, so that I could just take the protective cover off, because I ended up accidentally gluing part of the protective cover in between 2 layers and had to rip that all back out, and it was a little tiny bit of a headache. So yeah, in the future I'll just rip it all off at the same time and be done with it, and stop trying to, because I'm gonna schmutz it up anyway. It's me. I'm way too messy of a crafter to actually care about whether or not I get anything on the plastic. So whoops, know that now. The only thing I wish it had was like, I wish it had like the corner pieces a little bit more stable, like I said, so it's easier to square it up. Like I said, it came together fine. I don't have any real complaints, really, at all. But it'd be kind of cool to like have the corner pieces to like line up and use as a guide. I did kind of goof up. I'll tell you about it now. It's coming up, but the middle, like the floor, the actual floor that goes in the middle of it, it came with the classic multicolored wood floor that comes with a lot of these kits. But I messed up and glued it on the wrong side of the floor, so I had to go real quick and like hop online and find something. I went on Etsy. If you just hop on there and do a quick search for like dollhouse flooring or whatever, there's stuff on there usually pretty easily to find. Easy to find. I did find one that I liked, and it's like a blue beach tile. I use that instead. If I remember to, I'll put a link in the description down below. If not, bug me and I'll post it. I always forget to do those things. But I always try to go back like later on and do it if I get around to it or remember. I didn't do any soldering this time. I just followed the instructions in the book, which was to cut these like super thin. And you could tell which is positive and negative, like if you look at the bulb up close. The inside of it looks kind of like the inside of an old-timey fuse, just really small. And like there's a fat side and a thin side on the interior part. So just make sure that you have your positive and negative going the proper way. I don't know how many times I've put the whole kit together, hooked up the wiring backward, and then went to attach the battery pack and went, oh, what do you mean it doesn't work now? But it's not as big of a deal. You just swap the wires, but it can be really frustrating when you've already got everything wired and done and glued in place and there's no option. So you end up having to like swap your positive and negative on the battery pack. It's really, really irritating. So yeah. The other option too is to take like a button battery and stick it in between the prongs of the light bulb, and then you can see which is positive and negative. And I usually like take like a Sharpie or something and mark the positive so that I know which one it is. So yeah. And this is heat shrink wrap. I don't show the actual heat shrinking part because I had to step away from my desk to use my torch to heat shrink wrap it. But you can use like a lighter, heat gun, hair dryer, just about anything. I even turned my stove on, really low and kind of waved it past there real quick in the past some melties. Probably not advised to do that one, to be honest with you. That's not really a very good idea, but it worked in a pinch. I was very cautious and careful with it. Made sure there weren't wires hanging down to like melt onto anything or anything like that. So yeah, you gotta be quick when it's a high heat source too. And then we had a whole long time that like my camera wasn't working, but I just slid the little bead cap on the wire, and then this piece goes over. It's like the little like lampshade or whatever. And this is the inside supports for the greenhouse. They're pretty self-explanatory. It holds up the cross beam in the middle, which also holds your light. So yeah, they go in place pretty easily. And then this, I don't know what I was thinking. So I attached the light to this, which is what you're supposed to do. And then I put it in here. But I didn't put any glue before I put it in here, which I'm kind of glad because I got stressed out. But I ended up like squeezing the glue in there and then lifting it back up into place afterward, and it worked. So, and then this is the outside ground piece, like floor piece. I did fine with this. I actually glued these on the proper side. They might not be in the exact order that they go. Like I might have like swapped the ends or something, but it works. So it was pretty easy. I like to use the kit stuff and then go back later on and, you know, upgrade it to something more like realistic or whatever. But I like to at least put this stuff, you know, use this stuff if I can for the most part. That way, even if I want to go back and like upgrade it and like personalize it more or whatever, it looks complete enough on the shelf. Because if it's like sitting there and it's like half done, there's like bare, you know, wood showing or whatever, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like frustrated. I'm like, oh, I really need to take care of that. I really need to take care of that. You know, I'll have other things to do and not have the time to. But looking at it will just eat away at me. So, yeah. I have that problem a lot. Like, I have to do all kinds of crazy cleaning. Like, everything within my field of vision has to be clean before I can sit at my desk. And then I trash my desk. And they get to a certain point, and it's like, okay, clean your desk. Because I clean my desk, you know, to craft. And then within hours, it's back piled up again. But in between my projects, everything's like all organized and put away and stuff. But, yeah, I just like, I'll see something out of the corner of my eye and be like, I know I'm really in the middle of something really super important right now, but there's a poof of dog hair on the floor that needs to be swept up. I gotta do something about that, you know. That's much more important than anything else I have to do. So I have my desk facing a wall now to keep my mind more focused on exactly what I'm doing. So I'll also be working on a few other things that I'm trying to get to for a while. I'm celebrating the excitement of finally reaching 1,000 downloads on my podcast. It's taken me a long time, but I want to get another episode of that out. You know, having these like little passion project things, really like, it's because it's kind of a distraction, but it's not like, you know, when I was younger, like I go out and like go hang out places and like, you know, I mean, even like drinking and stuff, I don't do anymore. I don't do any of those things. So my drug of choice is podcasting and making bad YouTube videos. Oh, here's the final result. Ta-da! It's so cute. I took some pictures. And I was trying to find, I have a turntable, but I don't know where I put it. I just got it and lost it already. So, because I like to put things away where I can find them, you know, where I'll never lose them again, where they are safe and secure and know exactly where they are, never to be seen again. So I tried, but I'll later on in another video, I'll show a little bit better view of this, some video shots of it. But there it is. So cute. Love it, love it, love it. I want a real, like, life-size one of these. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you.